Normally, I don't think that my own farts stink.
Yeah.
But that one stinks, dude.
Pretty rough. That's otherworldly.
That one's rank,
Something from someone else's body.
It smells like something crawled up inside me and died,
and
dude.
farted inside of you.
Yeah, like you know how you can get like a bird like stuck in your grill?
Sure, yeah.
It smells like I got one stuck in my little butthole.
And it farted.
My juicy little butthole. Dude,
People listen to this.
Huh?
People listen to this.
Yeah, dude. People love it. They're like, God, I love his juicy little beehole. They're sick, dude. They're twisted. My listeners are twisted. Jake Off Nation, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
The Jake Offs.
Jake it off.
Jake Off Nation.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
Jake
come on. Come on. Come on. Do it for Jake.
Do they reach out to you ever?
I would like them to reach out to me. I would like them to reach out to me at jakeand.off.podcast@gmail.com. Or follow us on Instagram, as always. Welcome to another episode of You Guessed It. You guessed it, guys. It's Jake and Off.
It is.
It is.
Hey.
We're here, and today I'm joined by a very special guest, a very special boy. To a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, it's one and only. Give him a big round of applause. It's Aaron Naylor. Let him hear it, everybody.
Oh, wow.
They're clapping for you, dude.
I can hear them. They're up on Mount Olympus
yeah.
at this point. They're fucking giving it to me.
It'll be Tuesday when this comes out, and you can just remember on Tuesday, somewhere out there's people giving it up for old Aaron Naylor, dude.
Somebody's got it. It's Bentonville's not.
Yeah, Bentonville ain't giving it up for Aaron tonight,
They don't care
unfortunately.
that much about me right now.
Dude, we are here. We're at the Bike City capital. We're at Bike City, dude.
Bike City.
It's fucking insane.
Built by Mr. Bike.
Yeah.
and Dr.
Yeah, dude.
Bike. It's like a Jill Biden situation where one's a doctor and the other one's just a regular person.
Yeah, but
the
everybody...
president is a regular person.
Yeah, everybody gets pissed off. They're like, she's not a real doctor.
Yeah. Isn't she like a toenail doctor or something?
I mean, I think that she's like,
Like a
I think that she
dermatologist?
has like her doctorate in like education.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think that she's like a...
I think a lot of people don't realize that you can get a doctorate in just about anything and be considered a doctor.
I think that actually plenty of people realize that, but they just want to hate Jill Biden. You know,
I don't know, man. I truly think that the people that hate, what the left or whatever are just incredibly stupid people.
I think that some of them are. I think
poorly educated. Either that or they just don't believe what they're hearing.
I actually think that that's like kind of a common misnomer. Actually, a lot of people, like a lot of like super,
it's Mr. Nomer.
Super pilled. Like a lot of the people that stormed the Capitol on January 6th. Shut the fuck.
We're very smart.
It's not that they were smart,
geniuses
even. But many of them are like very are very like well-to-do kind of and like upper middle class.
Sure.
And like own businesses and shit.
Yeah.
And that's why they're so upset, because they're scared, dude. They're scared.
We know a lot of people that own businesses that are incredibly stupid.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not the same as being educated.
Well, but
and receiving it well.
What I'm saying though is that they are misguided, but maybe not stupid.
Yeah,
they could be listening to this podcast.
They know how to drive a car. They're not like fucking wet-brained idiots.
They know how to drive trucks and block up a whole city in Canada, dude.
They know how to get on airplanes and then get on the no-fly list.
Dude, we are in the belly of the beast. Me and Aaron drove from KC to Bentonville, Arkansas today to do a show at a place where there are some rules. It's a town. Let's just say that this town that we're in is ran by a family who owns a very large, very well-known chain of stores. Let's just say they have a Target on their back. If you guys know what I'm saying.
Let's say that this town wasn't really here 50 years ago. Let's just say that.
Let's say that they are. Let's say that they are rolling things back to the 1950s here. If you guys catch my drift,
yeah,
they are.
Let's just say that certain people aren't allowed.
We did a show tonight at this. It's a country club.
Yeah.
It's a country club, right? It was a lovely time. The
great.
people who were there were awesome. For the most part.
Yeah.
Hit a little snag.
That's what we're calling her now. She's a snag.
Yeah, dude. Fucking
snag.
You know what I was thinking about earlier? How we're definitely going to talk shit on that lady. There was this lady who heckled us. She was like very influencery, like kind of like vibe, and she would not
Clearly
shut up.
from L.A.
Yeah, just like very much
bad
so.
way.
Yeah. And she wouldn't shut up during the show. Aaron had to tell her to shut
Just
the
such
fuck
a
up.
vapid loser.
And it's a situation where they can't, like, she's, she's a member of a country club.
Yeah.
So, like, the people that work there are just sort of, like, powerless.
Yep.
And that's what I was asking them about, because I was like, yeah, like, she came up to me and she was like, it was while you were on stage. She was like, they almost kicked me out.
Uh-huh.
And
I saw that.
I laughed at her, and I was like, no, they didn't.
They
They didn't almost kick you out.
They can't do that.
I was like, that would be a fucking nightmare for these people.
They get arrested.
They need their job. You think they're going to kick you out? It was insane.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, I was lying. They didn't almost kick me out. Okay.
She got called out. I was like, well, okay. You're now.
Dude, I've talked about this before, but
Uh-huh.
like just totally slamming hecklers and like just destroying them is always fun. But I was telling you earlier the story, and I've said it on my podcast after it happened. The ladies at Apex or that I told to shut up.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is after I like totally owned them and everybody was on my side, after the show, this older lady who was in the crowd came up to me and she was like, hey, you really handled those heckler bitches. And I was like, oh, thanks, da-da-da. And she was like, yep, that's what you get with empowered women. And I was like, no.
Everything's an argument for or against feminism.
I know.
It rules.
I'm like, why can't they just shut up?
They'll never find happiness.
During the show,
They'll never
dude.
truly be happy.
Just
Not
yeah.
like us, Jake.
I know.
Straight white guys.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, they could never do a fucking podcast. They couldn't do a fucking podcast.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I don't know
dude.
about you, but I'm high as hell. I am fucking just as
I know,
lifted.
dude. I know because you keep talking louder and louder. I'm like, fuck, dude.
That's fine.
I gotta fucking adjust your
Yeah,
volume.
sorry. See ya. I don't know. I'm just trying to be heard.
Well, you don't
But-
smoke weed very much.
No, but I've been doing more edibles. Like,
Nice, dude. Look at you.
yeah.
Little
But yeah,
fucking
I do
Billy
not.
badass, dude.
I do have a vape, but it's dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got like a vape pen?
It's something I found.
You found it?
Uh-huh.
Like in the woods, like old porn or
it was
something? Or like
somebody that came to my apartment and hung out with my roommates left it. And neither of my roommates smoke.
and so you were
So
like,
it was- yeah,
ooh,
it was
free
just like-
vape.
Yeah, it was great. It
That's
was
pretty
full.
sick.
And it's still full. It just died it's got one of the old Android chargers.
I have one in my car.
Do you?
Yeah. I have a
Can I
charger
have it?
like that in my car. I mean, you can't have the charger. You could charge
you
your
gonna-
vape if you wanted to.
Yeah. Do you use that charger still?
The Android charger?
Mm-hmm. The old one.
No, I have an iPhone, dude.
Why would you not need that then?
Because I have a vape to charge.
Oh, okay. That's all I
God,
had to
dude.
say. All I asked
Yeah.
is if you used it. I didn't ask if you had a cell phone. You and I aren't good friends.
Yeah, no, I fucking hate you, dude. I'm happy you bombed on the second show
Oh boy,
tonight.
yeah, that ruled.
Dude, bombing, I feel like bombing is something that people who don't do comedy, they like don't understand. Because it's one of those things where like that lady she was talking, so this woman, just to finish talking about this lady, she was at both shows. And the second show that she was at, or the first show she came to and she left because she got a call and she was like, my friend got T-boned. She's like, she got in a wreck. I got a 911 call. And
She yelled at it during the whole
dude,
show.
she was talking to me for so long.
I know.
And she was like, you're great, but your jacket sucks. She's like, you need a new jacket. And she's like, you got to come up with a catchy thing to market
Hamburger.
yourself. Yeah, like
Yeah.
hamburger or
Gotta
something.
be like Shucky Ducky.
And I was like, oh, like what about like, she was like, like Shake and Jake. She's like Jake and Shake or like something like that. And I was like,
Kept
what about,
switching it
I was like, what about Jake and Off?
Yeah.
And she's like, that's awful. She was like, it's okay. Like working title, we'll do a working title. She's like, I'm going to help you, sweetie.
Yeah.
was like,
She
oh my
was.
God.
And she looked like she just like got out of bed.
Yeah.
She was in some tracksuit, like Juicy Couture shit from 2003.
Dude, yes. Yes.
Ugh, she was something else.
Yeah, she felt like have you ever seen that movie where Jamie Kennedy is like a white rapper?
Malibu's Most Wanted? Yeah, I never seen it, but
she
yeah.
felt like a character out of Malibu's Most Wanted, or she felt like something out of like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. She really, it was, yeah. That whole situation was, but yeah, then I immediately, after I got on stage for the second show, just yelled at her. Like, you shut the fuck up. And everybody, like, half the crowd cheered. The other were, like, shocked that I'd yell at a member.
They're like, oh my God.
I was
They're like, does he know who that is?
I thought that was going to be ritual.
She's the hairstylist.
I was going to be ritually sacrificed at the, like fucking whatever that thing is called, Grove or whatever.
Yeah. Bohemian Grove?
Bohemian Grove.
There you go.
Yeah.
I
thought it was going to be at the altar of the owl or whatever.
You know that's an all-men retreat. A lot of people don't realize that. They're like, Hillary Clinton is at Bohemian Grove.
People related to the Bushes. That's it.
Yeah, dude.
Colin Powell, they'll let him in too. Just for goofs and giggles, you know.
Dude, that place tonight was so interesting because I don't know about you. Well, you had been there before. I was expecting it to be like a lot of like stuffy, like
old
people. I was expecting there to be a lot more men than there were. It was a decent like breakup, but God, was it good? It was.
I enjoyed
rough,
it. I always
rough
enjoy,
with that lady though.
I always enjoy shit like that. Well, and I don't know. Whatever. My jokes would have probably done the same if she weren't there. That's fine. Not everybody's into what I do.
Yeah, no. I mean, you can't win them all, but it sure sucks when there's a little pass interference, if you know what I mean.
No, I know exactly what I did. And it was needed, but bad.
It just
she
sucks.
needs to know not to fucking do shit like
Dude,
that.
no,
it's
I know.
annoying.
And it sucks, too, because it's not like she didn't have ample time to
stop.
Yeah, to change her attitude or something.
Yeah, like, they had people, like, hovering over her.
Yeah.
As if she's going to give a shit. Like,
Dude.
she could get away with anything there.
And it was so funny when she lied to me and was like, they're going to kick me out. She was like, they were going to kick me out.
Yeah.
She was like, you almost got me in trouble. And then she's like, you hate me, don't you? And I was like, no, I don't hate you.
She's your manager now.
Dude, she was like, I'm going to be your fucking manager.
She was talking about like inviting you to like clean energy conferences and just doing a little bit for 20 minutes in between. Like
she's like, yeah, you'll like come. We'll pay you $10,000. She's like, we'll pay you $10,000. You'll go up at our clean energy conference. Like it'll be like speakers. They'll be talking about like how everybody's dying, and then you'll do like you'll just do like a 20-minute skit. You'll just do a 20-minute skit.
Yeah, and just a little pig costume,
Dude.
fucking jerking off or something.
I knew the second that I went on stage, she was gonna be like, Jake.
Yeah, she said "jaking off" like 12 times.
She kept going, Jake it and take it. She's like, Jake. She's like, Jake and shake. Shake and
She
Jake.
kept making new.
I know. She's like
catchphrases for
spitballing.
you.
She's like, let's use this.
While you're on stage.
She's like, this is the focus group. We're focus grouping it. She's like, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about jaking off? Boo. I don't like that one. It's a working title. We'll stick with it for now. That's what she told me. She's like, it's a working title. I was like, I already have the art, lady.
What a knob.
Dude, she was like, kept talking about how her ex was a stand-up comedian. And then she was like, she was like, he was a stand-up comedian. And then he was like just the creative director on Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
She's like, yeah, I was married to George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, it's
It's
whatever.
no big deal.
God.
She's like, yeah, he's the one who did the dragons on Game of Thrones.
She sucks so bad.
She's awful. And I feel so bad for like the people who work there. Like she kept being, the bartender's name was Jonah, and she was like, Jonah on the spot. She was like, Jonah.
He's coming up with fucking catchphrases for everybody.
She's like, Jonah, mommy wants another spicy mezcal.
As soon as I told her to shut the fuck up, she yelled at the bartender.
She's like, Jonah, mezcal.
Such a fucking piece of shit. I hope she's dead. I really do. I don't care. Who cares?
She was talking.
Fuck her. She's a piece of shit.
Dude, she was.
My God.
Don't heckle Aaron Naylor. He'll wish death upon you.
Fucking blonde fish. She's
Dude.
Like shit. I hate that woman.
I
hope she watches and listens to this at the same time.
Dude, you know what's so funny?
So
Is
you
she
get
was
2
like,
views out of it.
is she was like, oh, like I'll follow you back. Like follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you back. And
Nope.
And she took my phone and followed herself on Instagram, and of course she didn't follow me back.
Do you unfollow her already?
Oh, I'm going to. Yeah.
Yeah.
She went into my messenger and sent a message to her own account from my phone, but all it said was her own name. I was like, okay. I thought that she was gonna. I thought. I don't remember. It started with a J.
Jake.
Yeah, it was Jake.
Also Jake.
She was like, yeah, it's crazy. I'm Jake too. No, but she was like, she sent that and from my phone to her thing, just her own name. Like, the fuck is going on?
The signs that she was hammered were right in front of us.
I'm
the whole time.
gonna cut up part of this into a reel, and then I'm gonna just send it to her.
Yeah. We're gonna get
and be
banned.
like, hey, how about you manage this?
You get banned from the
Jake
country
and
club.
bake, Jake and bake. Hey, can I do this at your fucking clean energy conference, lady? She was like the fat jokes. But what she said was, she was like, you shouldn't talk about being fat. She was like, you got to go up there and be yourself and like own it. And I'm like,
It's the fattest guy I know. He's fat as hell.
But you know what I mean? She's like, like, you got to speak like your truth. And I was like, oh yeah.
Or you're supposed to say like, I hate being fat. It's open up with, I hate being fat. She's like, yes.
It doesn't make any sense, dude. She was insane. I couldn't. I was just like so bewildered by that lady.
She was bad.
Yeah.
God.
The rest of the place was cool though. It was just like a lot different
great.
than I expected. Yeah.
I mean, it's a fucking house.
Everything here is bike centered.
So
We're at a bike themed inn.
town.
Yeah, the entire town is bike themed. There's like a bike race happening, and
oh my God, there was like a bike celebration
Yeah.
across the street. It wasn't like it was like a part of the race. I
yeah,
guess.
they were all dancing around a golden bike statue, dude. It was weird. I think Jesus tried to warn us about this, dude. It was so weird though. And I asked the people at the place, I was like, what's the deal with all the fucking bikes?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, the 2 grandkids of the big wealthy family love biking, and so they just basically like sunk a bunch of money into forcing this town to like adopt their,
which is cool.
Shit. I mean, it would be cool to be able to do that, to like literally. It's like one of those like tycoon video games. You just get to like design your own
but
little
you pick
town.
the cheapest one.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you got that kind of money, just put a fucking transit in town. Put some public put a streetcar or something.
Yeah.
Shit.
Or just, give everybody cars. Give everybody electric cars. They can afford it.
Who cares?
They can
world's
easily
over.
afford it. Yeah, we're all
World's
dying,
done.
dude. We're all dying.
We've all got lung cancer or something cool already.
I firmly believe though that even though I agree that we're all everything is gonna end soon,
We are gonna die.
I think that all of the people at the place that we went to are like,
are already dead.
no, I think that they're like, shit's great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
How
sure.
could they not feel that way?
Lives rule.
And there probably, I guess, are people there that are like, God, like the world sucks, everyth's too woke or whatever, but they're like doing it from inside this like weird
Inside
like
of
super
fucking
compound
mansion.
for like millionaires where they're like, God, I just want to go somewhere where poor people aren't. Oh, dude, it's so funny.
Then we're
Jonah
just-
on the spot.
We're just peddling our dumb little stickers like like fucking, like like street vendors.
Hey, you want to buy a sticker for a joke? I didn't even fucking tell. You rubes, you silly.
You didn't
fucks.
tell that one the second one?
No, I didn't.
Oh man, that's crazy. Did you do 20? Did you do 25 the second one?
No.
Oh, really?
I got like just a little over 20.
Yeah. I can't believe
Dude,
I made it to 43.
I
again.
was not sticking it out, and
That was rough.
I felt like the early show was way better.
Way better.
It was crazy,
So
which
much
is
better.
weird. Normally, the later show is like my
the sun was
personal.
out. People were getting blinded by the sun in the first show. That's crazy. They didn't have like things at top.
Yeah, the way we were standing is like there's a wall of windows behind us facing directly to the west, and
That's
so
so
as we're
funny.
performing, the show started at 6.
People in the back, like
Yeah, and it's coming through, and they're like literally shading their eyes to be able to see us. They're like holding their arms in front of their faces to block out the lights.
One lady was at the first show and the second show, and she only stayed for the second show, so she would remember what we looked like. She couldn't even fucking see us the first show.
Wait,
She was
who was
blinded. Blinded
Who
the whole
was that?
time. The girl in the pink shirt. She was at both shows.
that? Oh, the blonde lady.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't remember.
She was
I
there
just
with like
remember
her
pink shirt.
boyfriend or husband
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
and
the
he
whole
bought some
show she
stickers.
was like blasted by this fucking sun
Yeah,
and
dude.
this crying
oh my
old
God,
window.
bro.
It was
It
so
was
funny.
So wild.
It was like, yeah, I loved it. I loved every second of it.
Yeah,
It
dude.
fucking ruled.
The people who worked there were lovely.
People who
too.
worked there are
They were
great. The food was
dogs.
good. The beer was good.
Dogs.
Everything
Yeah.
about it was cool.
Dude, I had those mocktails
You had a
that I
mocktail.
had were
Space Cowboy.
$50.
Shit.
each, allegedly.
What?
I was like, what the
What?
fuck?
Who told you
When
that?
she told, or maybe she said like the bottle of the stuff that he uses is like $50.
I would hope so.
But
Or
it was
15.
like it's like a tiny bottle. Like it couldn't have been bigger than this. Water
Yeah.
bottle is what, 24 fluid ounces?
You should, yeah.
It was probably about that. And I mean, it was delicious. It didn't taste like alcohol, which I
Uh-huh.
kind of appreciated.
sure.
But it was really good. $50 though.
I doubt
That's
that.
crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah. That's what she said. She was like, "Oh, I like told my friend about these one time, but then she was like, "Oh, you can't get these. They're $50." What the fuck? One of the ladies. It's crazy,
For
dude.
what? Just like fucking adult juice?
Yeah, dude.
Shit?
Just it's like spicy
Just-
juice.
Yeah. For what?
Juice with a little kick.
Yeah. Cool.
I actually I would totally drink it again, and
I like non-alcoholic beers.
maybe even if I had it like that, I would pay
Uh-huh.
$50 for that drink.
For
just
for
just
just
because I'm
drink
like,
it out
oh,
of
I
the bottle.
enjoy it. Yeah, I just have a fun
It's
time.
not alcoholic.
I don't think that it's an ingredient that he
It's like a
uses from the
bitters or
bottle.
something?
Yeah, or something like that.
It's like super. Yeah.
I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
find
become a
it.
mocktail guy.
Uh-huh.
I can't even spend money on like non-alcoholic beer. Just really, I feel like such
The
a
price is the
piece of
same.
shit.
The price.
Yeah,
is
the
the
price
same.
is the same, and it doesn't even get me all fucked up and ruin my
What's
life.
the point? I just want to get ruined forever. I was hoping that lady would just pull out a gun and shoot me tonight. Just to be remembered for something on stage. Would be sick.
Dude.
Be
So
cool as hell.
I don't know if you've been if you keep up with current events the way I do, but you
No,
you
not
know
like
you know
you.
you know who Clarence Thomas is.
Yeah.
So Clarence
Bad guy.
Thomas, yeah, he's a very conservative Supreme Court justice, like probably the most conservative one. But he recently, ProPublica released this article that basically detailed this relationship that he has with this Dallas real estate mogul who's also a big conservative donor and sort of power broker in the conservative world, and he's been using his yacht and driving around all over in his private jet and shit, and it's just it's a big problem, obviously.
Talk
and it's
about
really
friends
sad.
with benefits.
Comedy juice, everybody.
Season 8 of Comcast Trial
yeah,
by
dude.
Laughter.
You can catch this guy on Trial by Laughter.
I did take the poster out of the thing in the
I know,
bathroom, just
cool.
just to be like, I'm taking this.
Yeah, dude, hell yeah.
I'm getting something out of this.
Dude, but this guy that he's been flying in his private jet, you're never gonna believe this, Aaron. But it turns out this guy loves Hitler.
No way.
Dude, so I read this article where they're talking about the guy.
What's
and
his name?
His name is Harlan Crow.
I knew it was a weird name.
And he loves Hitler and has a ton of memorabilia. I read this article and I have this excerpt because this made me laugh so hard. So this is a quote from somebody And it says, I still can't get over the collection of Nazi memorabilia, says one person who attended an event at Crow's home a few years ago and asked to remain anonymous.
Oh, my God.
It would have been helpful to have someone explain the significance of all the items. Without the context, you just sort of gasp when you walk into the room.
Without the context.
One memorable subject was
Wait till they hear what the Nazis did.
He's like, what's the context of all this Nazi stuff?
I don't get it.
He's like, do these symbols mean something? What is this all about? Dude, but he said one memorable aspect was the paintings. Something done by George W. Bush next to a Norman Rockwell next to one by Hitler.
Oh, my God.
Bro,
The big three.
this guy has a George W. Bush painting next
my
to a
God.
Norman Rockwell painting next to Adolf Hitler.
How does Norman Rockwell feel about that? That poor guy is between war criminals.
I mean,
He's
obviously
just
it's like
painting kids and families and shit. He's having a good time.
know,
And these
that's like-
fuckers are painting like landscapes and dogs and shit. And he's just
Yeah.
like, I'm just like you.
he's getting lumped in with George W.
Yeah.
Bush and Adolf
Like
Hitler.
one of the most famous artists of all time, just between two of the worst people ever.
I love the idea that this guy went into this dude's home and was like, yeah, he gasped because there was so much
Yeah.
Nazi memorabilia.
Yeah.
He's like, Jesus Christ.
I just hate how red it is.
Dude.
You know what I mean? I don't get like
All
ever
the
notice
Nazi stuff?
all the evil every evil thing is red.
yeah,
You ever know? I hate that. I don't like.
Because you
I
like
don't
the
like
color
red. No, I hate it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like the Chiefs. They're
Ah.
red. I hate that red.
So you don't like
they're like-
red
No, I
because
hate
it's
it.
evil?
No, I just don't like the color.
Yeah.
But it happens to be evil, and it's weird that so many bad things are red. I don't get it. I don't understand why they just like gravitate to red. You ever never thought about this?
I think it's because hell is red, dude. Fire is red.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
they don't know. They don't think that they're bad.
Who?
Bad people. The bad places that like red. Japan. World War II. Japan had no, not right now. Japan.
You heard it. You heard it here,
Naming
folks.
countries.
Bro, you
China.
are so canceled.
Singapore. No, Japan in World War II had red on their flag, the sun. Nazis had red. Italy had red or orange. I don't remember what Italy it's got. But yeah, they're probably red. China had red. Russia.
Dude,
France,
I mean,
they were bad for a while. America's terrible.
I don't know. I
America's
think that the idea that all those places are evil is dangerous.
Yeah.
But also, I don't think that there's any science to back up that your theory that red is evil.
I didn't say it was a theory. I said it's fact. It's true. Look at the fucking flags of all the bad, like the axis of evil or whatever, and like the dictators and regimes that killed so many people.
Yeah.
So they're probably not all red.
Yeah.
What's South Africa's?
Well,
Hey.
South Africa has some red in their flag and also pretty bad history in South Africa, dude. Or wait, no, do they?
Yeah.
No, they have. It's yellow.
I don't fucking.
Black.
You remember their flag?
It's like got like a Y shape on it. I can
Uh-huh.
like picture the like sort of design of the flag, but I can't quite remember the colors. I don't think that maybe it doesn't have red.
Well,
But-
for this podcast, it does.
Yeah. Dude, another thing that this guy has that they said is he has a garden full of statues of dictators.
Is this guy bad?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And it's
Crazy.
like they're not, it says it here, they are apparently not statues that Crow has commissioned. So they're not like ones
Uh-huh.
that he had made.
As if like that's better.
Yeah, he said it's worse actually.
Yeah.
Crow has said that they're bona fide artifacts from public squares across Europe and Asia that citizens toppled at the end of dictatorial regimes. So basically he's having somebody go, you know, like when they
Yeah.
tore down the
wall.
gold statue of
Oh,
Saddam
yeah,
Hussein or whatever. Basically what this guy does is he sends people in there and he's like, go give me that statue.
Yeah.
It's like, I need that for my
Did they
garden.
ask him what his favorite one is?
No, dude.
I bet he's got several.
So apparently, whenever people ask him about it, he gets visibly uncomfortable.
Like
because,
they aren't.
Because they're like, hey man, what's with all the Nazi stuff? And he's like, what do you mean?
These guys are just like you and me.
What's that supposed to mean?
They're fine.
Oh, what? A guy can't love history?
Sorry, Hitler. The guy can't love Hitler.
Herstory, more like Hitlerstory.
I bet there's a Hitler Street somewhere. Probably fucking in Arkansas.
Yeah, dude. I think I know the exact town it would be. They love bikes. They love bikes.
Hitler ride a bike.
They're like, yeah, no, the country club that you'll be performing at tonight is just right over there off of Hitler Street.
All the other numbers are letters and or streets are letters and numbers.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, we just use letters and numbers for all of the names except for the one. We just wanted to make it super memorable. We wanted everybody to remember exactly where Hitler Street was. God.
So yeah, it's the Hitler Street house. That's where Hitler lived.
Dude.
That's when he was mayor.
Can you imagine having just like a bunch of I feel like it would make you go insane. Jordan Peterson does a similar thing where in Jordan Peterson's house, I guess there's just a ton of like communist propaganda, like propaganda posters from communist Russia. He has them all over his place, just everywhere. And I think that stuff like that makes you go crazy, kind of.
Yeah.
Because you see it all the time and you're like,
insanity, of course.
Yeah, and eventually you're just like, the radical left is going to kill us.
Yeah.
And so
he's like isn't he like just a shit ass philosopher from Canada that just like is mean?
No, he is
like a motivational speaker or something.
No, he was like a clinical psychologist and a professor of clinical psychology and I think he still is at the University of Toronto.
Okay.
And the thing
he still is?
I believe he still
crazy.
is because so he's a clinical psychologist, and from my understanding, prior to becoming the Jordan Peterson that we know today, he was a decent psychology professor, and then eventually he just kind of like went insane.
Yeah.
And there are like professors that knew him that have given interviews and like, yeah, we were like friends.
Yeah. He just
for a
went
long
off the
time.
deep
And then
end.
he just like kind of freaked out.
Probably because all he does is eat raw beef.
Yeah, all he does is eat raw
he just
beef.
Eats raw
and
chuck like a fucking chicken out in the woods.
Yeah, dude. He's like, my daughter Michaela told me that I should eat 10 pounds of raw ground beef. His daughter used to date Andrew Tate. Did you know that?
God, it's
yeah,
good, dude.
like that's why because Jordan Peterson, all he does is he eats raw meat and benzos. And he got addicted to benzos, and it almost killed him. Or he almost died when he was trying to kick them because his daughter was like, come to Romania. Like, you can get off benzos. And he, you know, it's like dangerous to just quit stuff like that cold turkey if you have a bad enough problem. And he almost died.
Bummer.
Yeah, dude. Wouldn't it just terrible? You hate to hear
What
it.
would the world be like without with Joe Poe? No more Joe Poe.
Come on.
That's pretty good.
Dude, apparently he at one point, because he lies about a bunch of stuff, but at one point he was like, I'm a neuroscientist.
Yeah,
like,
that's
dude,
a
you
good
are
voice.
literally not. You know, like factually you are. And he's like, I'm a clinical psychologist.
Yeah,
and a neurologist.
I don't know. His supporters don't even care. Like that's the thing.
No.
That's what I think is so funny and interesting about like the right nowadays is, and to some extent, you know, some people on the left, like they'll no matter what they hear, they'll think is whatever if the person is likable enough.
Yeah.
Like Democrats will constantly say like, "Oh, you're wrong." You know, they'll just like call people like Republicans out for saying bullshit. No one, none of their fans or anyone gives a shit. If they lie, they love it. They don't care.
Yeah, well, I think that like
they eat the slop. They're little piggies. They love the slop.
There used to be, just in society broadly, this sort of idea that like there was truth, you know, like everybody everybody was like, yeah, there is like some sort of like objective truth that
Yeah.
exists, but
Yeah.
we've just gone so like
It's
everybody is so individualistic now
Mhm.
that they're just like anything can be true.
yeah.
If you believe it, it's true.
It's
And
great.
it's like, well, that's bad.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, we should have a set of values, I think, that are sort of operative for everybody. And I'm talking about stuff like, like equality
Yeah.
and things like that. Other people, they would be like, our values are Christ.
Sure.
They're
The-
like,
the
our
Ten
values are
Commandments.
Christ and virginity
Yeah.
and little baby angels.
The Ten Commandments kind of stink.
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah.
really there.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like don't do a few things that
They're
suck.
like, don't
But the
kill.
rest of this shit rules, dude.
yeah,
Try
what
it.
are the Ten Commandments? It's don't murder.
Do not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Don't covet thy neighbor's wife.
Which is super specific.
Don't remove a set of your ribs to suck your own dick.
Yeah, just no set, but you can do one
Yeah,
at a time.
Yeah.
As long as it's not in a set.
Yeah, you can
It's
remove like all of them out of the
Mhm.
left side, so you can kind of like.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. But if you put them on the right side, it's fine.
Yeah.
They're still there.
Yeah. Don't remove some of your ribs to suck your own dick.
Yeah, don't goof too hard.
He's like,
Too
hey, no
hard
goofing. Yeah,
God,
no horseplay.
God, yeah. Don't run.
Quit horsing around.
No running.
Yeah, yeah.
When the ground's wet.
No running near the pool. No diving.
Yeah,
that one's
no
God.
diving.
No diving.
Uh-huh.
That's God. He
Uh-huh.
hates diving, dude.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't like soccer. He's like, they're always taking
They're
dives.
just such pussies. That's why it's all in Europe and not in America. He won't allow it here.
Dude, how many commandments is that? That's only like six.
It's like five or
or
six, yeah.
six. There's got to be other ones.
Mhm.
Glasses.
Don't wear
are legal.
glasses.
Yeah. Oh, don't wear them. Yeah. Don't wear them. I forgot. I
But
get
don't
'em
wear
confused.
'em.
They're like, don't not wear them if you need them.
You got to wear them if you need them.
Yeah, if you need them, wear them. But if you don't need them,
It's the only commandment with an addendum at the bottom, not a footnote. The footnotes of the
Yeah.
Ten Commandments.
The other one is abortion is good.
Abortion's good, yeah.
He's like, it's all cool.
Um,
God actually in the Bible, there's a verse. It's my favorite one. It's John 9:11,
mhm.
where he says abortion's chill. I made that shit, homie.
Yeah.
They're like,
John
whoa.
9/11 was the first thing that John Kerry's wife said to him that day. John 9/11.
John. I love the idea of John Kerry's wife knowing that it was going to be
know,
called
yeah.
9/11 the moment it
Yeah.
happened.
Uh-huh.
She's like, God,
Well,
this-
that's what the Secret Service agent said to Bush. He was like, "Sir, 9/11 just happened."
when he was reading to those kids.
Yeah, in Florida. He was just like, "Sir, you guessed it. It's 9/11. Don't forget, bud."
Yeah, dude. He leaned into him and he's like, Sir, Harlan Crow has your painting hanging up next
Yeah.
to Norman Rockwell and Hitler.
How do you
He's like,
feel?
oh, fuck. Oh,
I only know one of those guys.
dude. He's like, who the fuck is Norman Rockwell and why is he getting in between my painting and Hitler's
Yeah.
painting?
Is he a different dictator from like where Canada?
He's
or
like,
something?
how many people did Norman Rockwell kill? Because me and Hitler got pretty high numbers, dude. Oh, dude, I don't know, man. I just think that it's pretty chill to have a bunch of Hitler memorabilia just in your house, dude.
Yeah. Did he
like-
was it just like shit hanging on the walls or was
Oh,
it
I think it's
everything?
like literally everywhere. This
I
guy,
mean, he is rich, I guess.
this
so.
guy said that it was shocking
Yeah.
how much it was. He
shocking.
was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
He's like, "Did
Like,
I
if
go back
one
in
thing
time?"
is bad enough.
He's like, "Is this Hitler's house?" What the
Hitler's
fuck?
house just covered with Hitler shit.
Dude, I do love the idea that guy like renamed his street. Like, you know how where IKEA is in
Mhm.
Kansas City, they
Yeah.
renamed the street IKEA Way,
Yeah.
and he renamed his street Hitler Avenue. or
Hitler's
whatever.
way.
Hitler's Way. Dude.
Mein Kampf is just German for my bad. He's like, God, I gotta do it. Sorry, guys. That's the sequel to Mein Kampf. Is my bad. Mine bad.
Oh, dude. Okay, I gotta.
mean it.
I got this funny video. This video made me laugh pretty hard. I love it when people get like emotional, kind of about stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And so this is just a sheriff in Marion County, Florida,
Okay.
and he's talking about like a shooting that happened. So, hold on, I gotta. Okay. This is a sheriff in Marion County, Florida, and he's talking about a shooting that just happened. So, here you go, buddy.
Thanks.
I know each of you in the media here and viewers out there probably heard us in law enforcement or even in community events talk about what is the problem. And I'm going to go ahead and address the first thing that I know it's going to come up. Because there are individuals out there viewing, and to include some of you media, that want to blame the one thing that has no ability or the capacity to commit the crime itself. And that's the gun. These individuals committed the crime.
Sheriff, you mentioned the gun. Do we know how the suspect got a hold of the weapon?
Car burglaries. Yeah. Ain't that right? All the gun laws we got in place didn't prevent it, did it? Neither will any new ones. Because here's the fact. The bad guy is going to get a gun no matter what law you have put in place. These juveniles shouldn't even possess a handgun. But they did. And I'll go back to you, add your question. A simple burglary, as some people will say, but I don't consider anything simple when it comes to a burglary. The law allows me, I'll plaster their face up on this page, up on my page, up on media. I will hand it out if the law allows me, because parents...
Okay.
He's such a snotty dude. He's being
No,
so
guns have never done anything bad.
he's being so sassy about it
Yeah.
too. And he you see he didn't even fucking know
Yeah.
how they got the gun. And he had to check with his boy. He was
No.
like, they're like, how did he get the gun? He's
Could have
like-
been anyway.
He literally turns and he's like, hey, how did they get the gun?
Car
Before I
burglar.
like keep going off on this shit, how did they get it? And he's like, car burglar. And he's like, that's right, it was a car burglary. And then some guy, I guess, goes, And then he goes, yeah,
He thinks he made such a good point.
Dude, I know.
Like that's so. He sounds like his tongue is full of another tongue.
Dude,
He sounds rough as hell. He sounds so fucking dumb.
he is.
He
dude.
sounds like he's got a crawfish dangling on his mouth or something.
Well, and the thing is, dude, is it's not like he
Sounds like our friend Steven Taylor.
Steven, a crawdad got your
A
tongue?
mushmouth goon.
Mushmouth coon. Yeah, Steven's got a swamp tongue.
It's wet
Steven's
all the
got
time.
to take a taste of, he's got a taste of the swamp tongue.
His tongue has teeth.
Yeah, dude, Steven's tongue has teeth.
Yeah, Florida rules.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy.
My girlfriend's from Florida.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from Miami.
Wow.
But now her family lives in Naples.
Ooh. I've heard bad things about Naples.
Have you?
dude. Yeah. I don't
Well,
want to go to
I'm
Naples.
gonna be going there probably soon.
Let's
so.
just say they got a couple different Hitler avenues, if you know what I mean.
Hell yeah. Well, my girlfriend's family's all Cuban, so I don't
yeah,
think they're on that
that's
side.
that's what
which is
this
good.
episode is going to be called. It's going to be called Hitler Avenue, and it's going to only be the second podcast that has had Hitler in the title that I've done.
Really?
Yeah, I've
What's
done
the first
I've done
one?
less than 20 episodes, and it'll be two.
Oh,
out
of this
yeah,
one.
yeah.
What was the other one called?
Hitler reincarnated. It's about. I showed this.
Yeah.
I played this video of this kid on TikTok
Mhm.
who was saying that he was Hitler reincarnated.
He's Jewish, so he hates himself.
No, he was saying that he was Hitler reincarnated. He had the haircut
Mhm.
and he had a birthmark on his temple, and he's like, "That's where I shot myself."
He
It's like,
could've
that's
been
where I shot
anybody.
myself in the bunker. And he had a nose piercing, like a septum piercing,
Mhm.
that was meant to look like Hitler's mustache.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so kids are crazy these
Kids are
days,
crazy
dude.
these
Yeah, they
days.
can do anything.
They know everything.
But they made it okay for us to wear sweatpants.
That's true.
And like, you know,
Yeah.
sort of like more formal situations. So
Which is great.
I never have understood that argument. They were like, they're like, oh, you think that if you just make guns illegal, people are gonna just stop getting guns? And it's
Yeah.
like, well, no, actually, I don't think that.
Yeah.
You know, I just think that if you make it harder to get guns, people will have a harder time getting
Yeah.
guns, dude.
Yeah.
It's not fucking rocket science.
This is what I don't like. If they think that nothing's gonna change with gun laws, why don't they just let it happen?
Yeah, that's a good
Who
point.
gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Shit.
I don't know.
They're
man.
dumb. I think they know.
Yeah,
You know.
maybe
They're
you're
just-
right, dude. You've changed my mind. They are all stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. They're not smart like us. We're
Yeah.
fucking brilliant, dude.
I'm terrified of what I could do with a gun. I don't want this fucking thing close to me. I don't know what I'll accidentally do.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Naylor is scared of
They're
what he's capable
horrifying,
of.
dude. Terrifying. I get scared when I hold a knife, like a sharp enough knife, man.
Have you ever shot a gun?
I had like years. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it wasn't I think the last time I shot a gun was I was like 9 on my grandparents' farm, and I killed a bird that was on an electric line.
Oh my god.
Because there was barn cats. I shot a bird with like a pellet gun, and then we fed it to barn cats, and I cried myself to sleep that night. And that was the last time I ever shot a gun.
Well, everybody, I want to thank you again for tuning into another episode of Jaking Off, dude. Tell them where they can find your stuff. And plug your shit, dude.
Oh God,
The people need to know.
At I am Aaron Naylor on everything. IamAaronNaylor.com. When's this come out? Tuesday?
This is going to come out Tuesday, yeah.
Hey, look, if you're in Albuquerque, April 14th through the 15th, I'm headlining Dry Heat Comedy Club.
There you go. Okay, King.
And then I'm headlining the Projection Room at the Kansas City Comedy Club of
Nice.
Kansas City.
The Kansas City Comedy Club of Kansas City.
KC. 28th and 29th of April.
Yeah.
What else? I got so much shit.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
You have a website?
headlining. Yeah, IamAaronNaylor.com. Savage Henry Comedy Club, May 12th through the 13th.
Yeah.
And then I'm shooting a special in June
Nice, dude.
in Asheville, North Carolina.
We're all really looking forward to hearing
So
it
come to that.
and hearing from you and having you on the podcast again.
Thanks, Jake.
Jake Off Nation, you know where you can find us at jakeandoff.podcast.com. Send an email to jakeandoff.podcast@gmail.com. And as always, I love you. I love you so much. I love you.
I love you.
Thank you for listening.
Goodbye.
Thank you for checking out my little podcast.
Goodbye.
Have a good day.